This one, when I learned about it, I was really excited because I have been always a supporter of knowledge bases.
Hmm.
And typically, knowledge bases fall onto the support team to build, not the engineering team. Even though I used to be an engineer and like I always wanted the engineering team to be involved, but everybody's busy. So support teams are pushed to be creating this content. Now they don't have to
Hmm.
with the new Breeze knowledge base agent. Tell us more about it.
So the Breeze knowledge base agent is what is that internal facing tool for the team, right? This is now where we're able to take everything that we know internally. And what's awesome about this is if you have somebody like you say that is just joined the team, I think where this comes in really, really strong is members of your team who maybe aren't quite brand aligned. This is definitely that brand alignment tool. If you have a team that seems like they're not quite up to speed in terms of internal tool use, in terms of internal documentation processes, now you have that tool. If you struggle with onboarding, maybe you don't even have an onboarding process for certain things. Now you do. Okay, so that's what this agent represents. It seems like it's such a small thing, but it's actually extremely huge if you take a look at it from a different perspective. So what's interesting about this, right, is to me, this is a job. We're
It
knowledge
is a
based.
full time job. I've
Yeah,
experienced it firsthand. It is a full time job keeping up with knowledge bases, updating them, making sure that the information that people are asking for is there. It is a full time job.
it is. And especially when it comes to using agents, the data also has to be formatted in a particular way. And I see us moving into this sort of trend too, right? Where we're going to have like basically like agent based jobs, right? That revolve around different aspects, sales, service, marketing and knowledge base. But, to get back to it, what this tool is really going to enable teams to do is keep everybody on the same page at all times. If you're writing content, now you're writing content in the same voice. If you're writing back to a customer, now you're writing back to the customer in the same brand voice if you want to use it. Or obviously, you can change it to be your own tone. But if you're trying to, again, engage customers, now you're doing it from the brand voice. You're not having to just do it out of scratch off the top of your head and hope that it aligns. When it comes to asking about content that you've done in the past, when it comes to asking about blog topics that you've done in the past, all of that content can get stored in your knowledge base now. So you have this huge historical context of things that we've done, things that we've tried that, maybe we failed. Like you can now put in documents based on again, based on your business performance, right? And it's all internally facing. It's all now safe kept data in one place, right? So all of that unstructured data that you've got lying around that is seriously leverageable and useful, now you can put it in this one repository where you're able to actually query an agent and go back and forth in terms of strategizing on something, right? Being able to take in reports from your email performance, right, and balance that against content that you've put out, maybe in blog. And also the fact that the agent can go online means that you can just balance all of this against online research, right? So it makes it an extremely powerful internal tool.
Yeah, it's really powerful for looking through content that you already have. But I peeked a little at the product updates, and it mentioned also uh, a new feature. I think it's in beta right now, but it can surface a lot of the frequently asked questions from your tickets, from your Service Hub help desk,
Hmm.
and suggest some topics to write knowledge based articles about, and then also helps you put those together. Can you talk a little bit more about how that works?
Yeah. So essentially, as you're collecting now all of the data that you're aggregating, I talked to a lot of clients earlier this year and late last year about taking all of the data that you have that you've just been it's laying around and actually surfacing it and making it useful, right? So how that helps in terms of the knowledge base agent, and especially the customer service agent, right, is you're able to play back and forth as you get customer service issues that come in, tickets that come in that have the same questions over and over again. Rather than having them come in continuously, now it's just going to get added as part of knowledge base. As it gets added as part of knowledge base, it's now automatically added as part of customer service agent. So you have this 360 happening where I don't know how it sounds. I think it's really cool. It's this crowdsourced answering service where the more your customers are interacting, the more they're answering their own questions, essentially. And it becomes this really super powerful tool, in my opinion. Like, again, it takes everything to another level. Internally, you know what people are asking about, so you know what kind of content to serve up. Externally, you know that those questions are getting answered now. Yeah. Right. And the lift between the two is minimal at best, right?
Yeah, knowledge bases and wikis have always been a nice to have that nobody has the time to get to. SMEs are too busy. Service teams don't have the deep knowledge and expertise to be able to build that and know how to plan and what pieces of knowledge-based articles they need to build. So now it doesn't have to be a nice to have. Now it's at your fingertips. You can leverage knowledge base agent to build the knowledge base, read through the knowledge base, and help your support team give the right context at the right time. Again, if you need help implementing these agents, make sure to reach out to the team at Harvest. We're happy to help. We're, dare I say, on the cutting edge of AI in the CRM space, and you might very likely be working with Nico. So, but I can't say that.